But I just feel like even if they didn't force him out, I still think the process was a disaster.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault. Who you playing?
Steve.
Where is Steve?
There it is.
I'm up. No, the other Steve.
Oh.
Interim Steve.
I know I was playing right now. This is my last game of the night.
Is this?
Yeah. Spinning a money wheel.
Oh, you're practicing on that? No wonder you're doing so good on the wheel over here.
Give me the wheel! Give me the wheel!
I got free casino credits. I had to use them up.
What?
At some point, when you're cool,
I'm ready whenever you are.
I want to talk to you.
Just gotta put UFC back on.
Not whatever. Right? So when you're good. Sure.
Is that gonna bother you right here?
No, I played Bill when he was watching this on the team, so I can
It's just like UFC.
Just asking.
he played.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
Are we good?
Yeah, you got it.
No.
have to be in a position to get Steve out.
Unless they really piss you off.
Well,
Oh, look at it. Fucking people missing.
I got people missing.
We got lots of people
Oh, wait.
missing.
I got
Okay,
lots
both
of
listed
people.
as
This is a big game for us right here.
It's a bigger game for me. You're fine.
What do you mean?
All the best players are dogs.
you know.
No.
I can't lose again.
Oh,
You got a better record than me.
Yeah, but all I have is
yeah, he's got
Me too.
you got all my games.
Yeah.
You got that.
she doesn't care.
She's
not shy.
I don't know. But yeah. I gotta play you. I gotta play Bordier. And maybe one Kyrian.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
This is the Chris Miller experience that goes my fucking basketball season after injury. Greg Jackson catches the fucking pick.
Fucking trash can.
Dude,
Yeah, man, injuries fuck. I know injuries.
all fucking times you had like passes.
Oh, look at all them
Like,
HPs.
Covered his fucking guard.
He's got a Hewlett Packard computer, all right.
Like, injuries were off. That the jumping catch was
Never
fucking
happened.
fun.
Oh God.
That's something I brought up.
Like,
Talking to Joel while you're playing.
no, all I
I
heard was
think-
white hot rage.
That's why.
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
That's what I tell
Oh, hold
you.
on.
We did this thing where we
Yeah.
let teams, because they're a 3-1 setup, put a running back in that spot. What if they will force you to put a wide receiver in that spot? If they're playing with problem, it's never take that bullshit.
It's kind of like after the horse leaves the barn,
I
do it
know.
now, though.
It is. Well, so is a lot of the changes we made. But I understand that play is only made with that running back. Of course not.
Well, it's not just that play, it's up B and up B.
It's when you send a running back to deep like that. Because of the way that the game's processing their number or some shit. I don't know.
Oh.
It's a thought. I don't know what fuck up with it. I don't know. I feel like
It's not because he's a
take
run.
Terry Allen out of that. It's specifically Terry Allen. It's good at what he does. But Terry Allen's not meant to be there.
No. Larry Sanders is meant to be able to play with wide receiver for the team. But our rules prevent him from playing regular wide receiver, that he has to go into that fullback slot. Eliminating the ability to
Oh,
do
who's
that
better?
with players like Eric Metcalf
I don't know
and
this.
Larry Sanders and other receiver backs who are intended to be receivers in those running through offenses be unable to use.
Then do we again go back to the have like
All right, ready?
I gotta check my defense
in
real
that spot?
quick.
Because Terry Allen shouldn't be in that spot. 44 receptions. It's not that he shouldn't be in that spot. He's
Tom
not meant for that team in that spot.
Carter.
It feels
That's all I heard last game. Tom Carter. I gotta watch out for him.
That's what they
Whatever,
say.
it is what it is.
Alright,
I'm just
ready,
saying.
let's see.
No, you're
luck.
right. It is.
It-
Putting
This is playoffs
Terry
right
Allen
here.
is
Basically
He
is.
breaks that
it's
spot.
RB1. He doesn't break the spot.
He absolutely. You don't put Gary Brown in that spot.
Yeah, dude. It's conditions based. Gary
I
Brown
haven't-
goes there after.
A season and a half, I haven't seen Gary Brown in that
He
spot.
does.
Have you watched
He
every
does.
play of every game?
I think against me.
I just said I haven't seen. I didn't say you didn't. I said I haven't seen.
He rotates through all three of them.
In that
The only
fullback
person
slot?
Yes, the only person who doesn't go there. I even put wide receivers there. The only person that doesn't go there is
I've never
Harrison
seen him
Hurst.
play a wide receiver.
It's rare.
I mean, it's because all of my wide receivers suck except Rob Moore. In my game against Lou, Rob Moore ended up in that slot, and I was fielding McMurtry and
I just feel like you get those downfield cheap tchotchkes consistently with
Terry Allen.
and because it's like it breaks that
Well,
spot.
it worked for only 1 yard.
Because
It's the RB Wilson effect.
Terry
It's a
Allen,
lot of
that
work
speed
for only
is
1
enough.
yard.
Any wide receiver can go in that slot and make that. Right?
Fact.
It's that he's the only player on that offense with max speed, right? And he has 44 receptions. He's basically like a Don Beebe build, but slower, right? As a receiver. That's the reason he works there. If I had to, Rob Moore can be okay there, but Dave Craig throws shittier passes to Rob Moore
Well, and
because he doesn't have the
that's
speed.
more the point. It becomes broken when it becomes undefendable.
It's no less defendable than jumping catches to Michael Timpson or any other.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know, it's also a unique thing for Arizona. No other team in the game has that many. It isn't fullback driven as a
Right,
receiver,
but that play,
except for
specifically
Terry
those
Allen.
two plays with him deep, and specifically that left and B.
No, it's left and B and up and B and up and B in the other three.
Right.
All three of them.
But
send
mostly in the one left and B, where it keeps more centered, in my opinion, again,
Based
numbers
on your
could be off.
perception, I am telling you
Perception.
from someone running the team, all three of those plays do
No,
the same thing.
I believe that. I'm just talking about all those plays, whatever. My perception of it is that's abused more than any other, consistently abused with success more than any other play. You did it last year in the Man Bowl against me like 5 times. You just did it 3 times to him, 2-3 times to him for touchdowns. You thought it is what it, again, it is what it is,
Mhm.
but it feels like it becomes extremely difficult to defend. You don't get as much consistency with the quarterback wide receiver plays downfield. Yeah, you get jumps, you get coverage, you get all that stuff. That just feels like it's got some broken consistency. And it's not just crossing the end zone, it's anywhere downfield. It's always an overthrow because of the way that I think the way the game runs the numbers.
It's an overthrow because Dave Craig sucks.
Yeah, wherever
Because he's
wherever-
got
and
shitty pass
the
control.
combo of the numbers of Allen's speed, agility, all whatever it runs with Dave Craig.
Frank
running the
Reich,
ball.
for instance, would run that offense in some ways better from a jumping catch
Who's
perspective.
dead?
Frank Reich would
Timmy.
run
Haynes,
those
I think.
those plays
Brown.
better.
Brown?
Right.
Timmy!
A 44, 44, 40, or Steve
That's
Walsh
Steve
actually
Walsh's story,
would be the ideal play, quarterback.
also
Because
shit to him.
then it
It's like,
makes it
I go,
so
it's
that
Timmy, I think.
a guy like
And Joe's like,
Rob
oh, it's
Moore
Timmy.
is
And
going
it's
to be
like,
getting those jumping
and he
catches.
says someone else.
At the same consistency that Terry Allen does.
Look at it right now. If the rule were you could not put Terry on in that spot, how much of an effect would it have?
It cripples the team.
Yeah, because you don't get that downfield
Yeah,
undefendable catch.
No, because you don't get any downfield anything ever.
Well, yeah, you crushed me around more downfield. You've absolutely done.
Don't take away from A. Matthews jumping touchdown against me.
Yeah, I mean, you have
First game
other
of the season.
plays. That one just is extremely. It's it's borderline undefendable. I'm not saying it's completely undefendable. It's borderline undefendable. It is.
I don't know about that.
It's no less
Dude,
defendable.
there's been times where I know it's coming and there's nothing I can do.
Like,
Dude,
before or
it's the
after
same
you
thing
call
as
the
facing
play.
the Saints, facing the Bears, facing any team that has an elite wide receiver.
No, it's not. It's less
no,
consistent.
it's different because of the spot he's in. That's why we know that calling left B against the computer is busted. Because drone support doesn't cover the slot guy going deep like that with more frequency compared to a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. So when you're doing that again, it's the man-controlled component instead of throwing to wide receiver 1 who's, maybe jumping or single or just catching it in coverage. Against 2 or 3 guys, it's you're on an island against a guy who's automatically going to jump and has the hitting power going for that. So that's, in my opinion, why it's different because of the way it manipulates the drone defense.
Okay.
What the fuck just happened? Gee, God.
How's it going, Dad?
I thought so.
Dynamite dropping, Monty.
I'm just saying that people, when I was in Carolina, people felt the same way about Don Beebe.
No, not nearly like that.
I'm going to put a
Funny thing is, I
compilation
don't even
video of
know.
Don Beebe touchdown catches and
I don't know any of
interceptions
this.
for you.
Fuck all of
That's supposed to be Cortana.
I hear what you're
not
saying,
so
that you
much-
think it's that's
I think
position,
that's
and I hear what
right.
you're
The
saying.
mechanics of how it plays out. When you watch the play
That was
out,
familiar, but I
it's
couldn't
not
tell you
like
what it is.
it's not like the James Jett bullshit where he caught it in strides, caught it in score. It's
Oh, that's
not like
cool.
Don Beebe
That's
does
why
that
it
shit or
is.
Haynes or Timber. It's not any of
I'm
that.
wrestling.
It's
Um,
that is it's
one
a
is,
consistent
um,
overthrow jump that is like
monochrome
even when you're
Walmart.
there trying to defend it, it just you can't defend
It's
it
like the
the way
Walmart
it
logo.
plays out. And again, it's not 100%, but it's really fucking high. It feels like it's a more consistent rate.
You haven't fucked up with it in 2 games against the entire season.
Yeah, you didn't
You're
fuck
right.
up against me with it
You're
either.
right. But the 5 games prior to that.
I haven't beaten you since the first season of the iteration.
Okay.
So what are you talking about?
And
I
that
haven't
play
fucking
is what
beaten
is
you.
consistent
Oh.
with the nails in the coffin.
I mean, you do a lot of other things amazing. I don't want to take away from
And how'd you
Yeah, that's
fucking
why
jump
I'm
back
not
so far?
Quarter of
He's Thurman
gameplay,
Thomas.
and then Carnell Lincoln. But like,
I'm like,
obviously
oh,
you're
oh,
the
to
best
lay.
player of us, you're the most skilled. Like, I get that. And I also think it's a bad team matchup. But it's just devastating when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play dime. I'm gonna try to make him beat you with the run, and sure, he might get a couple of yards here and a couple yards there and a couple first downs, and he might drive. But eventually, I'm gonna call his play. Maybe I'll get a fumble. Spoiler alert, I don't. Your team never fucking fumbles against me. And then it's like, there's Terry. And
Yeah, it's like
especially the last
third
two
and
games
long.
this weekend, you haven't fucked it up. You perfectly nuance it every single time.
Which
Only against you.
and me.
And you.
And in the past 2+ seasons, it hasn't been.
Unstoppable.
And-
It's just
and
like your
and
Citizen
whatever,
Ego Drive
it's-
block by Eli Manning.
And whatever, it's part of the game.
Oh, God.
It's your team, whatever. At this point, it is what it is. But I feel like going forward, there's just something that is off about how that plays out.
Let's ban the play. Let's ban the play. The play's broken. That's what Martin just pointed out.
It's putting
That's that slot.
it's the running back that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
belong
yeah.
in that spot.
You let me put any
It's
56
actually-
max speed receiver
I
in
would
that
say the
slot.
play is more
Same
broken
thing.
Okay.
than the receipt and the fullback, the running back in that slot.
It's the play.
But you'll never put a
you
don't
put
put a
the
you don't put
same-
a wide receiver and get the same result.
He doesn't
I
have,
don't get
he doesn't have the receiver to do that.
Right, but that's part of the team with that play doesn't have the personnel to do that.
That play is designed
You put
for
James
center
Jett in that
field.
spot,
Play are we talking?
and it's more
The
broken.
play there was a
You got it,
plays
left B.
where basically
Fullback goes
wide
left B- your left B and playbook
fullback
two
goes deep. So
That
like
is good deep
basically
play.
that route is broken.
The your fullback goes deep play in
Okay.
playbook
Yeah.
two.
Trips left B, fullback
Basically,
shoot.
basically they're saying that route is broken, which is probably true.
No, what I had said
It's
was
true
I
to
feel like
computer for sure.
That's
we
why
allow-
he runs play against computer.
we
Computer never
allow
covers that.
Yeah,
that
it does.
route.
And when I was in Minnesota,
they rarely cover it.
Yeah,
It's that's the school run
maybe
play.
maybe
Always on the scroll
20%
at that time.
I do it I've done it the entire iteration pretty much with San Francisco. I did it with Minnesota when I had it. I did it with Detroit when I had it.
That's a great play running up the
yeah,
score.
Everyone does it.
every single except for there are a couple of exceptions. Every play in the game with 5 receivers is busted against the computer. Period. With a couple of exceptions.
I have not found the consistency with which the fullback / slot receiver going deep on that play. It even works in man play. Like sometimes when you're using a linebacker and someone calls that play against you, that guy's fucking streaking free. Or has a huge step because the drones just don't cover it very well.
So what I had said, Dan, the reason we got the
I'm not saying
conversation
man
was
it. Like I'm not fucking.
no,
talking about
I
that
feel like
stupidity.
we
I just
allow.
don't think you do what Bill's saying. It's
My suggestion was we allow a team to put a running back there because even though they're a 3-1 set, and we don't want running backs and wide receivers spots, why not make them put a wide receiver there? Or somebody with 50 receptions and above
so
it. That
what,
would
the
be
Eagles have to put a receiver there?
Yeah, or the Rams.
The receivers
the Rams
are
have
the
that
receivers
play.
are a
But
team
the
formation.
Rams are a 2-2 set. The
Oh.
Rams aren't a traditional 3-1 set. Yeah, that plays in their book, whatever.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not a 3-1 set.
The thing is that they
Right,
just don't
so
have the base
do
personnel
I
for
have
it.
to-
If they get RB Bills,
No.
all of a
Do I have
sudden.
to play with Todd King?
Oh!
Back, or?
No, you
No,
don't.
no,
You're
you're
not a
allowed, you're
3-1
allowed
set.
to use that because you're not a 3-1
Fucking
set.
spinning through 3
You
guys.
can throw it deep to Johnny Bailey or whoever, RB Bills or whatever. That's okay because you're, not a 3-1 set.
Sure. Part of the team dynamic. Because the rest of their playbook blows anyway.
That's a good thing.
Who's playbooks?
Rams.
Oh, I thought you were talking
No,
about
the
the
Rams.
I wouldn't say blows. They're not ideal.
Subpar.
They're workable, but they can be better. Especially playing with two.
Ah, get on me.
Holy shit, it's waking up already.
Does Arizona have any plays where the fullback was blocking? On running plays?
No, they're a true one set.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a true one setback team. That's kind of.
But they're
Yeah,
a
wanna
one
make more
setback
cuts?
team. Like
No,
Atlanta's a run and shoot team that's
You don't get
designed
them
to
back.
use
Yeah.
I mean, I know people
A
say
running
that,
back
but I
on
don't think.
the
Well,
that's
obviously,
really
that's
true.
what their Sanders is there for.
Well, it's designed to use a high receptions running back in that spot.
Use them or lose
44
them.
is high receptions. 44 and up is
Yeah, James Jett.
playable receptions. James Jett, Don Beebe.
We used to have a 50 threshold to play somebody in a wide receiver spot.
No, but this
With the
fullback
exception of that.
slot
No, I know that.
has always been a
I know that. I know that. But we've always set the high. The point more was we've set the high receptions bar for
Mhm.
running backs at 50 and up. Like that's the like, and that tracks because Larry Sanders is what 63, 56, something like that, right? Even Ricky's a 50. Isn't Ricky Waters a 50?
I don't know who that is.
For who? For what? Oh my god. Trying to think who.
I wanted that.
I think I saw him on a milk carton.
I needed that.
Fool, I didn't even fucking put out the search form. I accepted he was
He's
done.
accepting he's in Cabo with Barry. So
He's exactly what that
again,
offense
it's
needs.
just a thought.
And,
It's just like watching the play unfold. It's like this.
Nice
It
run.
feels like a broken element, like kind of how putting Brad Muster in
Was
the
it-
wide receiver one spot. And
Was
putting
it broken
him
when
in
Joel
the
was there?
No, he didn't use it in his
Will it be
spot.
broken in the future when someone else has the
It
team?
would feel a lot.
Or is it broken because I'm there?
If I had one.
I bet you would be broken if other people watched it.
If I had
Was
one,
my passing
I would
game
be
broken
I would
in
feel a lot more
Carolina?
comfortable Waters. You know, he was
Throwing it to Don Beebe,
a lot.
a guy that no one had
He's
ever
great in that
used,
route.
Yeah.
and all of a sudden Don Beebe's the clutch dude.
I played him this
Yeah, it was. You don't remember.
They drove so fucking covered.
I saw you play blue all.
I mean, it's not 100%, but like to me, the over the drove
I'm
time.
telling you, watching the mechanics of that play, take yourself out of it for a second.
Yeah.
Dude, watch the mechanic like that.
Mhm.
That you don't get
Give me
diving
that.
catches there. You don't get
Yes,
like.
you do. Go to
where-
Minnesota. Go to Minnesota.
I know. I mean, you with Terry Allen right now. Watch how you play. The mechanics
Stop
always
for a
run
second.
the same
Do you
way.
understand what causes overthrows, jumping
Yes,
catches, and
I
diving
do,
catches?
and I-
Tell me. You tell me, because I need to know that you
They
know,
don't know what
because
you're talking
it
about.
sounds like
They
you
don't.
don't. And there's a reason that I get jumping catches there and not diving catches.
Yes.
While in Minnesota, you put any of their receivers there, and the majority of those passes are diving catches. Often diving catches that are just doing too good.
You don't want to listen because it's your
I
team.
am
Wait,
listening.
No, you're
Half a
you're,
second
you're,
longer.
you're angry. You're getting
I'm not.
buttered. It's
Yeah, you're
okay.
getting a
We'll
lot
talk
better
about it
at
later.
I'm
After the
angry
iteration is
because-
done and over.
You're wrong and you
How
know
come
it.
the
No,
hijack
I'm not wrong about this one.
I just got my fucking
Because I'm not.
team's
No,
ass
I'm not wrong. I didn't say there's
spanked.
anything
And
definitive.
they're
I didn't
angry.
make any definitive statement.
Joel, are you here?
No,
I
I said
am.
you
You're
watch it.
fucking
and it
hijacking
appears-
my emotions right now.
It runs the,
Right,
s-
and I'm
the
trying
same
to
way every
explain
time.
to you how it works.
Okay, but
But you're
even
and you're saying you understand it.
no, I do understand. But even other teams and other,
Ah!
Go, Joel!
and other plays.
Fucking
Where
Aaron.
you
90 yards to
consistently
go,
still
here we
get-
go,
you
baby.
get- You still get dives and other things. You don't with Terry Allen, and that's
Oh,
possible.
well,
You just
Yeah,
Stats.
unfortunate.
runs the same way every time.
It needed to be a
Which
drum
isn't like-
control, not him.
It's
It
just
needed to
not
be the
normal
other
for
guy.
other aspects of the game.
It's practiced.
Okay. Again, it's not worth having the argument. I don't, it is what it is.
Come on, finish him. Finish him.
Conversations and discussions about something are worth having if the
Oh,
two
fuck 'em
people are
up.
willing to listen to.
But you're not willing to listen.
Oh, I've been listening.
No, you're not.
listening to anything else.
Get him.
No, you can't acknowledge.
Oh, give me that. Ah.
I'm trying to explain to you from a game mechanics standpoint.
I know the
why
game
it does what it
mechanics,
does.
and I'm saying the fact that it does it
We
Come
thought
on!
that the one game that was really Jared.
should be
My
kind of
was
cool.
the
Like,
problem, so,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe there's something broken.
I need the
It's
finish.
the same game mechanics
It's
again.
awful.
That leads to Brad Muster being an elite kick returner and moving at a speed he shouldn't move.
No, it's not.
I know it's not. Again, okay. You're not listening to me. You're not.
Okay, finish what you're saying.
What
What's
I'm
your
saying is-
correlation
is
to Brad
this-
Muster?
because we understand the way the game runs certain numbers, it does certain things that aren't always should be done. That don't make sense, right? Like your CB2, your DB2 has a speed boost as a returner, right?
Just
Okay.
like Brad Mustard gets at wide receiver 1.
Exactly, as a returner, he moves at a speed he shouldn't move. Okay, that spot. I'm not saying it gives him a speed, does anything different or anything that makes him an elite returner. What I'm saying is his numbers in that spot lead the game to process in a way that is semi-broken. Like watching it consistently performs the same way, which is a hallmark of something that isn't always in this game. Like, because you can run the same play deep to Tim Brown or Michael Haynes or whatever wide receiver, Don Beebe, and it doesn't always result in a jump and catch. Like sometimes they dive, there's other things. Not with Terry Allen in that spot the way that plays.
Oh, baby!
I'm telling you from watching, it seems to play out the same way each time. So,
I mean, it doesn't, but it seems to be that way.
11.
Once upon a time, I was told
Thank
all
you.
I did was throw
Is
the
that
ball
11?
in coverage with the
There you
Saints.
go.
That's what I was told. Okay? Jordan and I played a playoff game. I was told all I did was throw the ball in coverage. Right? The reason I was told that was because Michael Haynes had 6 catches.
Come on. Only 20 seconds. Knock him out.
50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I remember that game.
Yeah. Okay. I threw 6 passes to Michael Haynes. He had 6 catches. Meanwhile, my opponent doesn't throw the ball into coverage, is what I'm told. Right? He threw 24 passes into coverage that game. But he doesn't do that. Okay? And perception is a catch happened. Incompletions, no one remembers those. You don't remember every single time Terry Allen just drops the ball in triple coverage. Or, it's an interception. You're not remembering. All you remember is fucking Wardier got another jumping catch touchdown.
He doesn't seem to throw a lot of picks on that play, in that route.
Well, not to the Niners.
I'll go back and watch the
listen,
past
at
4
least
seasons
against
games.
against my team. Thank you both for hijacking my anger after getting my fucking ass smoked. But
I don't have any anger. I really threw something out there.
so, the Niners don't pick that off or swat it down.
I think anybody
This
does.
entire iteration. No, other teams have had better luck against it, just not.
I don't. That route, that play within there, I don't.
Angry. Your guys are angry.
That's how it happened in the safety.
Yeah.
It was a call play.
Yeah, you called the play.
I
but
just
I'm
saw the
I'm
play
slamming
unfold. I
Beebe.
didn't know.
Yeah,
I called the play, but like,
it was still a
you
call
don't-
play,
Farnell injured.
The Waters are
The,
just dead.
the odds of me getting injured over him fumbling, like, which would happen first? A Cardinals running back, especially Gary Brown fumbling, or your safety getting hurt, the safety getting hurt.
Does Joel know this game started?
No.
Well, make yourself aware.
Joel's distracted by
Our heated discussion.
heated but friendly, passionate, impassioned.
Again, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm merely just giving you an observation, right? And I know.
Oh, I missed it.
What?
You
I
fifty,
feel
guys.
like
That's your
Terry
chance,
Allen,
Joel.
It's something.
I know,
right where I want
His
I
know.
stat line.
It is sad.
No, I know that, but like obviously you'll get jumping catches with Larry Simmons there. You'll get jumping
No,
with
you
anybody.
don't. No,
Okay.
you absolutely don't.
Okay.
Because of the way the jumping catches happen.
So then, do you not
You feel like
think?
you're in an earthquake.
That was fun when it really happened. That
A
one time.
method of
Nice
where-
ball!
You know, when I was taking a shit at
Sorry, I'm
home.
watching Michael Irvin
Oh,
get
yeah,
all
you
cooked
were
up
there.
and run over.
Yeah.
A method of where you figure out a method to where it's like you almost you consistently at a high rate get that downfield jump. That's almost broken because it becomes undefendable if you get it. Like that can become an issue short term.
But that's true with. It's not a Terry Allen. It's a stat. Okay, so it's the reason I keep saying it's the same thing with every elite receiver. It's not a thing with generally. It's not a thing with tight ends though. It could be if you have the right quarterback tight end combinations. Generally, base rosters that's not really a thing. But with trading, could be a thing. You get Eric Green in Carolina, and Frank Reich was dropping JJs to him all day. Right?
Oh, that passing speed, Mike Marvin.
So the reason in Minnesota, right, Warren Moon has 56 passing speed. Every receiver on that team has a lower passing maximum speed. So when on the rare occasions that Warren Moon actually overthrows a pass, and there's a couple of glitches, especially on that play, depending on the timing of when you throw it, that he'll just overthrow it, and it'll be a diving pass. The majority of every overthrow that Warren Moon throws to all of the default receivers on the team is going to be a dive and not a jump. It can be a jump, but it's very unlikely compared to a dive. Okay? Dave Craig, who is way shittier, is way more prone to overthrow.
Are they still arguing over the same shit?
But because Terry Allen
This is every season.
fast and his max speed
The only thing different
is
is we're in a different
equal
house.
to the passing speed of Dave
Ah.
Craig, it makes
Nice
him
ball.
more likely to jumping. But there's a timing factor too. There's different thresholds in that route on that play. If you throw it too early, it will be a diving throw. If you throw it in the middle of the field, a lot of times, depending on how the movement of the wide receiver one moves, there's times where they just go up and do the little hook. There's other times where they hook and then they kind of slide in the thing, and then it's just a drop pass, right? But if you can get him to run deep, the likelihood of a jumping catch increases, right? So, but it's not a Terry Allen thing. You put John Taylor in that spot, it's going to do the same thing with the pass from Dave, or Bono.
So which leads me back to my point. We have that scenario
But that's not any
The
rep.
player
It doesn't- it's not that specific.
that was moved to that team that doesn't belong on that team,
Okay.
that isn't native to that team,
Sure.
and is in a position that he, in theory, now I know our league rule has always kind of allowed it because it wasn't necessarily broken, but in theory, shouldn't in a position he shouldn't be in. He's an RB1. He's starting running back. He should be in that starting running back slot. So, but again, he's artificially on that team. He shouldn't be there.
Oh, Chris Miller's a QB1. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be in that slot.
He shouldn't be in that slot. It just again, it feels broken. It feels like it's something that's broken. It shouldn't be existing.
Rob Bernstein's an RB1. Should you not be allowed to play fullback?
I mean, he's RB3 apparently on that team.
Fuck.
Sometimes.
Apparently.
I think I get to go to sleep after this.
Thinking about it.
It just depends on what you're looking to do. When I got to that team, I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I know that their base offense is putrid, right? It's near impossible to score consistently with that base offense.
You're doing a good job of it.
I don't have their base offense. I have Gary Brown and Terry Allen. When I didn't have Gary Brown, I scored 8 points less per game. Right? Gary Brown was way more impactful to my team than Terry Allen was. Maybe
Tried
that's
to check my
I
line.
didn't have,
Oh.
don't have Terry. Right? But Terry Allen was more beneficial in that slot because it gave me a player I could go jumping with. Right? Which is a big part of Tecmo Super Bowl. Is being able to stretch the field a little bit. Otherwise, you're trying to play dink and dunk with dudes that don't have speed or hitting. And you can only break Steve Atwater's ankles with Harrison Hurst so many times.
Done it plenty.
Sure I have. Has anyone else?
No one else is Garrison.
Once for Garrison Hurst, yeah.
Joel did.
I didn't
Use
have
that
to do
Atwater
that.
at the time.
Denver did.
I'll use Denver. Let me have Denver.
Missed the playoffs.
Trying.
Me too.
As he presses speed while Terry Allen's running down the field.
When I was in Minnesota,
The amount of sadness in your voice
using
when
that
you're saying that.
Jordan used that. That's a really good play against the computer.
Oh yeah, it's a
But
computer beater. It's one of the
Almost any five-target play is a good play. And there are a bunch of four-play plays that are good plays as well, right? Jordan's experience in Minnesota, Padres now just fucking ran wide open all the fucking time. My experience in Minnesota, I was getting 8 to 12 catches a game when I was practicing against the computer to my tight end because that dude was always fucking covered. And I just throw it against the computer. You just throw it to the open guy.
When I was in Minnesota, that play was my computer play.
Oh yeah.
That was the computer play.
It's they only have so many 5 receiver plays.
But that one out of them all was the computer play.
Yeah,
That was like I'm gonna call that.
Right, because all of the players moved it. Like the other 5 receiver play they had is the run and shoot play, and that sends 3 of the dudes.
Oh my fucking god!
And it's super slow to go.
Joel, what's your front seven?
Where'd they go?
What happened to your front seven?
That was the most Barry
That was
Sanders
the most.
run that Reggie
Yeah,
Cobb
my
had
Reggie
done.
Cobb.
Yeah. It's on.
Back end zone.
Not back enough.
Didn't matter.
Lost.
I love the sigh.
They sigh. Who's next? I think I'm next.
Yep. More Terry Allen.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we'll see. The last time I played this matchup, I got my ass kicked.
Always I've seen you do that.
But my team wasn't playing. It's been playing the last 3 weeks. Well, I mean the last week. I won. I scored 35.
Not like a 6-game winning
Well, we're gonna do a standings update.
If you play by the rules.
No.
Rule 3, rule 3.
Can't be on a 6-game winning streak if you only do 6 wins.
I feel painful.
You go over in that corner now. Okay, talk to me about my favorite quarterback in the game.
Yeah, dude. He's,
No other fucking quarterback in the game does that.
yeah, there's 2 others, and they both do it better.
Yeah.
Their names are Drew Bledsoe and Dan
Dan
Marino.
Marino.
Incorrect.
Not incorrect.
There's only one quarterback that does that.
Fuck Jeff George. Jeff George can eat a dick.
Jeff George.
Yes, he sheds.
I've seen what you can do with Jeff George, and it's beautiful. But you would do it better with Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, that's definitely true. Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe doesn't throw the awkward moon
I
pass
think it was Deion.
because his passing speed is so high. His control is better.
Rofus.
His physical attributes are slightly better, so
I'm
he has
never,
some
I'm
little
never
bit.
getting the Falcons. See what you meant.
You'll get him next iteration and win 3 out of 4 and go to 4.
You can, I'm never getting the Falcons.
Follow me, Mike.
You know where you could use the Falcons? In the TSB3.
Yeah, I love TSB3 and I would play more of it.
Wow.
You used to.
That's Jeff George.
And then Tampa Bay really did all 3.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was your signed deal with
Yeah.
There are times
you
where
were
this
right.
makes all the sense in the world.
Tampa Bay was a signed deal
Oh,
with
yeah,
Safety.
100%.
He got them. He went to 5 straight man balls, won 4 of them, and he hates the game now.
What's up?
You having a bad time.
Oh, you?
General, what do you think? You having a bad time?
fine.
You'll see fine.
He's angry. He's stewing. He should be. He's
I
looking
just,
for victory.
I hate the feeling of hopelessness with the team.
Mm.
I just hate when it's like consistently over the course of like last 3 seasons against the particular matchup against Portier's Cardinals, where I'm just like, teams that hasn't been healthy in the last 6 games against him.
That's true.
He's
missing a running back every month.
I don't play up to my standards, but then it's just like, even when I feel like I play well, like I fumble, he doesn't. Like I never force fumbles against him. Like my team fumbles instead of his. You know, I get fucking weird, fucking shitty things. Like even the playoff game in the first season, the fucking Carl Pickens fumble that went
I want
down.
that dive and
Like,
pick.
All of it. It's just.
I think I got like.
It's fucking garbage. I didn't even get the fucking
Well,
onside kick
2.
recovery. I closed it to 16 to 10. He didn't get the fucking onside kick.
Yeah.
After the Greg Jackson pick, and then B. Button
All the times you
call
drop
like,
them and knock them down, it's like, I don't pick them off, but you pick that one off at the huge one. Like, that was the, like, are you shitting me? On 4th down when I need to drop my
Probably
ball.
Yeah, good game.
What the real issue is that Jordan beat me so thoroughly in those first 2 games in the first season that he got all of the turnovers for the iteration out in those 2 games. Dan.
Oh shit.
Come on, Danimal!
Let's go, Dan. I need this.
Yeah.
Put an end to that cheap tchotchke bullshit.
Dan.
Fuck Terry Allen.
Fucking kick his
Fuck
ass.
Terry Allen.
Yeah.
Show the world what you're made of.
I feel good.
Love for Lou.
Not too happy now.
And let's make